Hello, guys. It's Jermaine. Not that you know me, but you're gonna get to know me, which is why I'm doing this video at 12:19 in the morning on Wednesday, December the 11th. So I'm on college break. Well, winter break. College break. I'm on winter break. I currently attend Morgan State University. If you do not know, that is in Baltimore. I'm from Baltimore. This is my hometown. Born and raised, sadly. Um, I'm just kidding. I love my city. Love my city. But basically I wanted to start a YouTube channel and I didn't really know what to call it. So what you're seeing, I literally just came up with that like not even 10 minutes ago. And so it'll probably just stay that, honestly. You just want to be original, you don't want to overdo it, you just want to go with what's on your heart, and that's what was on my heart. So yeah. Um so my name is Jermaine. I don't even know if I said that already, but my name is Jermaine. I'm 18. I attend Morgan State University as a freshman. My major is psychology. Um, and so yeah, I asked some of my Instagram, well, I asked all of my Instagram followers to ask me some questions. So here's what we have, some questions, and so I'm just gonna skim through them and answer some of them really quickly. But before we even get into the questions, I just kind of wanted to like just say that first of all, it's like a little hot in here, but anyways, that's besides the point. That I wanted to just do this. So this is why I'm doing it now. Because sometimes, not sometimes, but a lot of the times I have these really great ideas and these really great things in my mind that I really want to do, but I constantly put it off because of like, what if it doesn't come out right, or what if it doesn't look like how I want it to look? And you cannot expect to do something and be good at it immediately. So you have to start somewhere, and this is my starting somewhere. So that's probably a great episode title, actually. So I'm gonna put that in my notes because I think we're just gonna call it like episode 1, episode 2. And every episode may not even be like a sit down. It might be like a day in my life, or like once I get back to school, it may be like a week in my life of Morgan State. I don't know. Like I just want to post and like um, but majority of the time it may be like a sit down type of thing. And over time we'll get better, but I don't know. We'll figure that out as it goes. But okay. The first question is, what's a feature about you that you love? You cannot see it because of the quality, but there's a mole. Let me see. There's a mole. Okay, right here. You probably can't really see it, but it's one of my favorite features about myself. Um, Out of my whole body, that's probably my favorite feature. Um, how do you keep going even when you don't want to? These last 2 weeks have honestly been like blood. Like, you know how sometimes you just feel like, I don't know, like sometimes you might just feel like a zombie. Like every day is kind of just intertwining with one another. And you just feel like, I don't know, you just feel like, just like, what the fuck am I doing? You know? Or like, and what I'm doing, is this right? Like, I don't know, I don't know, you just feel like, what the fuck? And that's how I've been feeling for the last week or two. But I talked to my mom about it, and she, gave me some words that were really like inspiring. And that's my best friend for real. So, I felt better, which is probably also why I'm doing this, because I had just really been in a funk. So, yeah. But I'm feeling good. So, yeah. The next question is, favorite way to spend an off day. Um, that's my Xbox. If you hear that in the back, I'm like downloading some stuff. But anyways, my favorite way to spend an off day is probably, I don't like to like sleep in all day. Now, it's what I've been doing for like the last like all right now. It's what I've been doing for the last couple of days, honestly, for like the last week or two, because I just been like in a mental funk. But like I don't like to do it. So starting tomorrow, I actually want to, you know what I mean, like do better, cuz I like to wake up at like 9, 10, and like wake up, you know, brush my teeth, wash my face, and like just get my day started. I like to do that versus sleeping in till 3 and being up till 7 and then going to. I don't like that. I really don't. I mean, it is a vibe, you know, watching the sun come up and stuff like that. But like, yeah. What do you think was the hardest thing for you to learn? I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, a lot, honestly, but probably like that you have to start somewhere. Like you can't just start something and expect yourself to like, you know what I mean? Like that's not really how it works at all, actually. So, um, yeah, like with this, like you literally have to just like I don't really know. You just have to start somewhere. Everybody has to start somewhere. And you can't, you know, like an example, a good example is I wanted to learn how to crochet. I don't remember who it was that I seen crocheting, but it was like I think on TikTok videos of people crocheting had been popping up and it had just been popping up. And if you ask me, everything is a sign from the universe, from God. So I just be like, yo, maybe that's my sign to like start crocheting. Baby, I ordered that crochet kit. I used it one time. And I couldn't get the first step right. So I just deaded it. Like I was just like, okay, whatever. I don't want to do this anymore. And I probably touched that crochet kit under 10 times. But basically saying like you have to start somewhere. And that's probably the one thing I've had to learn, which again, that's why I'm doing this. Like you have to start somewhere, you know? Um so yeah. The next question is what's the thing that motivates you when it comes to writing your scripts, books, etc.? So that question is from one of my very good best friends since middle school. The questions before was from my best friend, but that question particularly was from my other best friend. So I do write music, scripts for like TV shows and movies and stuff, and I don't. I mean, it could come from an experience or what I like to see because a lot of what we see today, like if it's horror, it's demonic or it's like, you know, or like I like to watch more thriller stuff. I don't know. That's I'm getting sidetracked. Um Most of the time it comes from personal experiences, something I've been inspired by. So like a short film of mine that I've been working on. Well, I already have the plot and everything. Like I already have the plot. I already have, you know, everything in mind. I just have to write like the exact script, like word for word, which I think will probably be the hardest part for me is to just sit down and write the dialogue to kind of fill in the spaces in the movie, you know. So I'm sorry guys, I'm downloading all my packs and stuff for The Sims and I really don't feel like getting up to turn it off, so y'all just gonna have to hear it in the back. But the inspiration for that came from when I went on a cruise. I went on a cruise this year in like July, and it was this really cute boy on the cruise, and I think he thought I was cute as well because every time we were in the same vicinity, like we just be staring at each other, and I mean, we never said anything to each other. So we were on the cruise for like 7 days. We never said anything to each other at all, and yeah. So that was that. And I just was like, what if I just made a movie about like, what if I wrote a movie script about two people who went on a cruise and don't say anything to each other until it's too late. Not until it's too late, but maybe like three days before the cruise is over. kind of like a Call Me by Your Name situation. If you don't know what that movie is, it's a really good but like heart wrenching movie. Um, and my best friend Deasia caused me that heartbreak when I was like younger. When we were in like I think middle school still, or like the first year of high school maybe. She told me, like, she kept telling me to watch it and I watched it, but that's just kind of like it. So basically the inspiration for my writing comes from personal experience. Um let's see, what makes you the happiest? Being around people that I love when I feel like it, because I don't always feel like being around people. I kind of like to just, a lot of the times I like to just stay in my room. Unless I'm feeling like mentally tired, then I need to get out of here. Like I be needing to go outside and touch some grass, roll around in the grass or something, because I would be in here going crazy. So, but being around people I love and seeing people that I love, like just doing good and feeling happy. I love laughing. Laughing, oh my gosh, like please tell me a good joke. Please. Like I love laugh, like genuinely, like cause I be fake laughing a lot. I'm not gonna lie, but like people don't be funny. People don't be funny. So I do a lot of fake laughing. But when I be real laughing, like, that's so like wow. Yeah, I love laughing. And eating when I'm hungry. When I'm hungry, which is not often. Um, I love just like eating. You know, it's so fun. Um, what has been your favorite or least? What has been your favorite and least favorite experience at college so far? My favorite experience, I don't really know. Meeting new people. Meeting new people is always great for me. But then the reality hits that people suck a lot of the times. Not a lot of the times. I don't want to say that like everybody's bad. But like sometimes people act really like stuck up and like, I don't know, mean and rude. So you just, I don't know, sometimes just be like, girl, this is not that deep. Like I promise. Like, you know, so I probably have to say meeting everyone that I've met, like whether I talk to them or don't talk to them as much anymore, or I do talk to them. Like I just meeting new people has always been fun to me. Not always, but now it is. My least favorite thing, probably. Um, you know what? Honestly, I can't say like a least favorite thing. I guess sometimes the work. That's really it. Sometimes, not even all the time, just sometimes the work can definitely be like damn. All right, slow down. Um, okay. Something else is, let's see, what type of music do you like the most? R&B. Probably R&B. I love, one of my favorite songs ever is Under the Moon by Alex Isley. Oh my gosh. Like if you're still watching the video up until this point, pause the video, go watch that. That is lit. Oh my gosh. That's probably my favorite song ever. So for a long time, my favorite song was actually Pink Plus White by Frank Ocean. But, and I still remember the first time I heard that song. So I remember it was like I remember I was on Twitter and um somebody mentioned like Beyonce being on Pink Plus White. So when I listen to it, I'm expecting to hear like, I don't know, I'm expecting to hear her actually like having a verse or something. So when I didn't hear it, it was like not even 2 minutes in, and I think I cut off the song. Like I was skimming through and I didn't hear it, so I cut off the song. So one day I was getting ready to leave out of the house, and sorry if I'm talking too fast, but I was getting ready to leave out of the house or whatever to go to mentoring. And I had on Beyonce's Essentials because at this point I was like, okay, I want to get into Beyonce and see, like, you know, let me get into her. And not knowing that I knew majority of the songs because of my mom. So when I was growing up, my mother played, you know, it was a couple of artists that she kept in rotation, and Beyonce was one of them. So I kind of already knew a lot of the songs, like knew of the songs. Anyways, I'm sitting down tying my Converses, my little dirty Converses, like Rue from Euphoria, one of my favorite shows, by the way. And I'm listening to the song, and you know the part when Beyonce's vocals come in, like I was literally, it's like a scene out of a movie. I was tying my shoes, and I heard like the, and I like looked up. I was like, what the fuck is that? And it just sounded so good. And so for like weeks straight, that's all I listened to. So the same thing happened. Like, I don't think that has happened with the song since, like, it hadn't happened with the song until I listened to Under the Moon by Alex Isley. So I was just like, oh my gosh, like, because I had already gotten into Alex Isley. But the only song I really knew by her was Into Orbit, and that's the song that go like, take me to the moon, I wanna be with the stars. I don't like this is another fun fact. When people, like, when I ask somebody like, oh, do you know this song? And then I start singing it and they don't know it, I feel stupid. So I don't be singing songs when I want people to know it. So you just had to like look up Into Orbit, because I'm sure you've heard it. But she has an album called Marigold or whatever. And um the song is like, I mean, that album is good, but I only knew like a couple songs. So I remember one day I was sitting down, I think my first time listening to it was in January. And when I heard that song, I mean, and I had on my AirPod like max. So it felt like I was just floating on a cloud. Like, that song is so beautiful, and it's a love song. But anyways, yeah, R&B. I'm saying that to say that R&B, those type of songs specifically, are like my favorite. Okay. Another question is, what's your aesthetic, and do you see yourself being successful in 20 to 30 years? I don't think I have an aesthetic. I just kind of do what I like and do what feels right. I think a lot of people like lose themselves trying to keep up aesthetically with the world, and they lose themselves like trying to do this aesthetically and like be this thing. And it's like, if you're that, okay, do that, be that. But if you're not that, don't do that or be that. Like, if that's not, you know what I mean? Like, that's the truth. So I don't feel like I have an aesthetic. I just kind of like, if I like it, I like it, you know? And do you see yourself being successful in 20, 30 years? Absolutely. Um, Absolutely. I'm just say yes. Yes, I do. Um, One of these questions from my very good friend, Deasia. How has your perception of life changed over time? That's a great question. Um, I mean, man, I kind of had like a rough childhood, so for a long time, like, a bitch was like, does the universe have it out bad for me or what? Like, going crazy. I was just like, what is going on? Like, am I even meant to be, like, you know what I mean? Like, am I meant to be here? Like, what's going on? Like, but I think, like, as I got older, it's just, I always say, like, it's a blessing that I turned out the way that I did and not became a product of the environment that I grew up in, or like I felt like I grew up in. Because boy, oh boy, I would not be here. But, so, yeah, I mean, I literally didn't even answer the question. I was taking a bunch of shortcuts and alleys. But, um, so I would say it's definitely changed, like, positively, because for a long time, like, I held on to a lot of stuff from my childhood. I held on to a lot of stuff from adults and like older people and younger people and people my age from my childhood. Like, I held on to a lot of grudges, and I didn't forgive a lot of people, and I felt like I had just a bunch of anger built up. But I was still trying to be like this positive person, and then at some point I just like kind of broke down, and I just like, I don't want to say give up, but I was like kind of like in this really dark place for like 3 months. And it was the worst ever. Like, I would be sleeping, and like my uncle would have to knock on the door and be like, you okay in there? Like, because I hadn't come out the room all day. And like, when I was younger, when I was in like elementary, middle school, I'd go in the bathroom all day. And if you can't tell who my favorite artist is, again, this is Whitney Houston, bitch. Um, but I would go in the bathroom all day with like a round Bluetooth speaker, it's somewhere in here, but with a round Bluetooth speaker, and I would go in the bathroom for hours and just sing Whitney Houston all day. And I know my uncles would, and my mom was tired of me. The only time I would leave out is like if somebody had to use the bathroom, or somebody had to shower, or whatever. But I just want to thank them, because that was honestly, for a long time, like, that was my safe place. Like, and that, just like going in there, having the speaker loud as I wanted to be, once everybody was up, it was just, that's just what I did, you know? Um, and so I don't even remember why I said that, but I like, I once I came out of that place, is what I'm trying to say. Once I got out of that dark spot that I was in, I probably say around 10th grade is when I started to kind of change my mindset on a lot of things. And then, I mean, even in 10th grade, though, I thought I was like so mature. And then now, looking back, I wasn't really making mature decisions. I wasn't making dumb decisions, but it was about who I was keeping around me that was like, you know, um, and it was just that whole thing. But I would say, I don't even know what I was even trying to say, but it's changed positively over time. So I think right now I just see life as, I see life as a lot of things. I feel like you don't need to take it so seriously because, bitch, we gonna die one day anyway. What the fuck is you taking life so serious for? But at the same time, do what you want to do. Like, and if I could stress this to everybody, it's just like, do what you want to do. Like, nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck. I promise. Like, if you're a man and you want to go outside in a crop top, wear the crop top. If you're a girl and you want to go outside and I'm all for it. Whatever somebody wants to do, as long as it's safe and healthy, go for it. Like, I feel like life is too short. First of all, none of this shit is gonna matter in the end. It's some of it is, but not all of it. Like, it's about what's in here, you know. So when you meet a lot of people, I like to meet people who are in tune with themselves and who, like, know themselves and love themselves and care about themselves. And it's about your soul, because a lot of people think what's out here matters, and like, baby, that's not. Mm-mm. That's not it. Like, you can be cute out here, but then once you get to running that mouth and what's coming out and matching what's right here, that makes you unattractive to me, anyways. So like when I was younger, that didn't matter. Like I was just doing anything when I was younger. But like, you know, just saying it to say, like, it's about what's in here. And if your heart is good and if your spirit is good, I feel like that's what matters. You know? So yeah, that's that. Um, sir, yeah, I don't want to make this like too long. So when we get around like a 30-minute mark, I'm gonna probably cut all right. I'm gonna probably cut it off. All right. So I also just like really quickly, I want this to be a safe place. Like, I hopefully this time next year this channel has grown. Like, I do want to be consistent, even if every video gets 10 views for the next 3 months. Like, that's fine. You got to start somewhere. But a bitch is gonna do it. I'm gonna do it this time because this is the first time that you're seeing me. But I've been on YouTube. Like, I am on YouTube. You can find a couple videos of me on YouTube. I won't give them away, but there's a couple videos of me out there doing something. Probably singing and dancing, or I did a little BG&E commercial when I was in like elementary school. So that's up here. My mom had posted like 3 videos of me and my little sister dancing, like when we were like little babies. But I ain't gonna get it away. And I feel like when everybody was younger, they had a YouTube channel, and so that was like a thing too. But like, yeah. Anyways, all right. So, let us see what other questions we have. Importance of religion to you? Um, like, I believe in God, but I believe in a lot of stuff. I believe in, listen, I feel like there is a God. I also feel like the universe is a thing, like putting things out in the universe. And like, I feel like it's all connected in some way. Like, I don't know. People are all connected in some way. Religion isn't something that, like, if I meet someone and they say like, "Oh, I don't believe in God," like, that's your own personal belief. It's not bothering me. It's not affecting me. It's not killing me. Like, I'm not gonna say, "Oh, we can't be," like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm that type of person. Like, if it ain't bothering me or affecting me, I don't give a damn what you do. Long as you happy. That's all that matters. That's all that matters in the end. You know what I mean? That's all that matters. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? If people stop giving a fuck, the world would be much brighter and better. Um, let me see. Who has the biggest impact on your life? My mom and my mentor. My mom, Kendra, the baddest to ever walk the planet. She birthed me about 18 years ago, May 11, 2006, like 10 in the morning. Yeah, that's my best friend in the whole wide world, and I love her so much. Like, she's like my best friend and my mom and my sister and my daughter all in one. Like, I love her so much, and she just taught me so much. You know, your mom is just like your built-in best friend. I feel like, for me, you know, I love her so much, and I would not trade her for anything in the world, not even Chick-fil-A or Domino's. Okay, and the other person is Alfonso Mayo. So he's my mentor. But I don't even want to, like, I don't want to say diminish him to that title, but he's not just that. He's like, again, he's someone who's like interchangeable. Like, he's like a mentor, but then he's like a father, but then he's like an uncle, but then he's like a brother, a little brother and a big brother. You know, I did that completely wrong. Little brother, big brother. Anyways, you know, he's just all these things. He's like whatever song I'm Every Woman is, but for men, that's what Mayo. You know what I mean? Like, he's just a great guy, and I've learned so much from him. And you know, I'm just so thankful for him. And you know, I feel like that's like a whole nother video as well, to talk about like those two amazing people and my relationship with them, and how I'm their favorite person in the whole wide world. Like, you know. Another question is how to maintain confidence no matter what. I would probably say, I mean, it's about what's in here. It's not about what's out here at all, because this will not shine unless this shines. So you know how some people just have it? You're just like, wow, like, just gorgeous. You know what I mean? Because anybody can be cute, anybody can be pretty, anybody. But I like when people call me beautiful. That just like gets me in a way of like, do you want to marry me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, wow. But what a moment. I will never forget it. You know? I don't know. It's just a beautiful thing. I don't really know. But it's about what's in here. And knowing that no matter what, everything's gonna be okay. And knowing that at the end of the day gotta end. No, I'm kidding. Okay, I'm just playing. Sir, for me, every day is not the best day for me. So every day I don't wake up feeling like, oh, I'm the baddest, I'm the realest, I'm just, you know, the finest nigga that ever graced the planet. I don't feel like that every day. Do I feel like that like every other day or like most days? Yeah. But every day I don't feel like that. So I think on days like that, I don't really know, because I don't really have a lot of days like that. I mean, every day I feel fine. Like, sometimes I'll walk, like, this is no joke, no lie. Sometimes I will walk past a mirror and walk back and just look at myself for a second. And you know, when you hear the angels, oh, that's what I hear. So, I mean, I don't really know. It's just like an internal thing. You know, you just have to know that at the end of the day, it's in here. And God shines through me. And the universe works in my favor. And I love myself. I love me. You know, when you stop looking for external validation, your life will, you know, it'll do a 180. And also, a lot of people got to get that together, because I be scrolling through some people's stories. Yes, my life did a whole 360. Bitch, do you mean 180? Like, what are you talking about? But yeah, I feel like when you stop looking for external validation, because for a long time, like when I was in middle school, and it's like, it stems from my childhood, but again, that's another story, that's another video. But like, for a long time, like, I looked for external validation and I needed people to say, you know what I mean? But the older I got, and I just was looking in here and trying to heal what was in here, I think that just made it all the more better, you know. And it made it like, I don't know, it just made it like, I don't know, it just made it better. And just knowing that I'll always be okay no matter what, and that no matter what I go through, that does not make me, you know, that doesn't, I don't know. And we'll do one more question and we will wrap this up, and this Xbox needs to shut. I think this is the last pack that's downloading, but I'll do one more question, and then that'll be it for this like kind of introduction video. And then I have to figure out what I'm gonna record. I have to edit this and all that stuff because I want to make it. I probably don't even edit this, honestly. I probably just post it. I'll probably make a nice little thumbnail, make a little, add a few memes somewhere in, and just post it. And whoever vibe with it, vibe with it. If you watched it to this point, I'm kissing you through the screen. But the last question is, what do you want to be remembered as? I mean, when you go, people gonna remember you how they want to remember you. But I think for me, I try to be like, again, every day is not the best day for me mentally. I have my moments. I have my days. I have my weeks. I have my months. I have it. We all do. But knowing that, if I could at least once a day make someone feel better about themselves, or make someone love themselves a little more, or make someone feel good about themselves, or inspire someone, or make someone laugh, or just giving someone that safe place. Because when I was younger, I felt like I didn't have those things. I felt like I didn't have a safe place in a human. I felt like I didn't have, so I try to, not to a point where it drains me, but just knowing that I am that safe place for some people, and that hopefully I can be that safe place for whoever's on the other side of the screen. You beautiful motherfucker. Love you. But yeah, I'd say, I mean, I didn't even answer the question. I mean, again, people will remember me how they want to remember me, but hopefully people just remember me as like the sun that shines so bright that it makes everyone feel so much better. Like when I walk in the room stops, like, oh my gosh, like the most beautiful person in the world is here. Hopefully that's how people remember me, But that's it. That's all. There's still questions left on here, so if I ever like just need another video idea, I'll probably just do that. But we're at 30. We're about to be at 32 minutes, but thank you all so much. If you watched it to the end, I love you so much. I mean, I love you anyway, But I just want to thank you for watching, and just remember that you are beautiful. And so what I'm going to do at the end of every video, actually, I know I'm going to make this a thing, but what I'm going to do at the end of every video is I'm just going to go through each of my highlights and leave you with something. So for this video, I'm going to leave with you: to be loved is to be seen, heard, and known. Thank you, most gracious, most beautiful human being ever, for clicking on my video and staying until the end. I love you so much. If you're a friend of mine, I love you even more. And if you're a family member, I love you, I guess. So yeah, love you all so much. Bye.